I'm Dale and welcome to Spotted Motors. Today I've got my hands on my dad's Honda Accord. Now he absolutely swears by these cars. He thinks they're absolutely fantastic. This is actually his third one. So I thought I'll get the camera out, do a quick review on it, show you around the car, and at the end of the video I'll tell you, would I actually own one? Would I use one of these as a daily car? So as the camera is pointing in the right direction, we'll have a good look around the outside of the car first, and yeah, we'll give it a bit of a walk around and tell you all the facts and whatever else about them. So this is a 2013 Honda Accord, and it is the 8th generation Honda Accord, which is quite an achievement really. It means that these have been going for quite some time now. This is actually the last Honda Accord, the 8th generation, that is sold in the UK. There is a 9th and a 10th generation now, but they are not being sold in the UK. So this is the last one that you will see on UK roads. And it still looks very, very modern. I mean, it's not an old year car, but it still looks very, very modern. I do like the front end of it. I like the way the headlights come right up into the wing. So I think it's quite an attractive front end to the car. In this colour as well, it looks absolutely fantastic, suits it really well. You've got the chrome on the grille, chrome mounted, and on the door handles as well. One negative I would say about the car, I think it deserves an extra inch on the alloy wheel. These are 17s, and I do think that an extra inch on them alloys would set it off that little bit better. One gain from that is that it has got a nice tyre size on that. It's a 225 50. And they are 17s, so what you gain in looks, you lose in comfort, because I do like a chunky tyre. Rear of the car, again, you've got that nice chrome strip on the boot. It's quite a high boot as well, and it's not a bad looking car from the rear end as well. I do like this sort of flick up you get with this line here, and that flicks up just nicely there with the boot. So it is quite an attractive looking car as four-door family saloons go. You can get these in a tourer as well, and with the petrol engines they come with a 2 litre and a 2.4, and the diesel engines is a 2.2. Now there's not a wide selection of engines for these cars, which is a little bit of a negative when you do look at the competition. I wouldn't put this in comparison with the BMW and the Mercedes. This is more of a, I don't know, Ford Mondeo, Mazda 6, maybe the Audi A4, and obviously they've got a lot more wider range of engines, but that's just very, very slight negative. But what we'll do, we'll hop inside the car, and when we do get inside the car, I think this is where this car absolutely shines. So let's hop in. I do like about this car, it is just a standard key. I'm not a fan of these plug-in keys or keyless entries, so that is one nice feature. As you can see, it's full black leather. I'm a fan of black leather, so that's nice. And there's tons of buttons on that steering wheel, isn't it? I think you get the theme of this car that it is absolutely full to the brim of buttons. So let's hop in. So this is a 6-speed manual, and we'll flick the ignition on. BBC Radio 2, there you are, you can tell it's me dad's car. We'll turn the heater off. So, oh look at this, there's all sorts going on. Off, where's the off button? Should be, there we go. Right, we're getting somewhere now, we're getting somewhere. So, this car is, there we are. This car is absolutely rammed with toys and gadgets. Just to rattle a couple off without going into the like minor ones like electric windows and sunroof and things like that. This has got electric memory seats, heated seats, climate control, cruise control, air condition obviously. It's got a full colour screen sat nav. Its onboard computer system is just mind-blowing. There's that many different sort of things on this. It's actually quite overwhelming. You'd need to sit there for a good half a day to run through everything. It's obviously got the mobile phone, which most cars do have. And another thing that this car's got, it's got the voice command. So no matter where you are, what you're doing, you can hit the button on the steering wheel here. I mean, you can see there's plenty of buttons on there, isn't there? Hit the button on the steering wheel and you can tell it to do absolutely anything. Turn the heating up, I don't know, get me to the local petrol station. I don't know, turn the radio up, put BBC Radio 2 on. I bet that one gets used quite regular. So the voice command is pretty good. Is really pretty good. And you can just see here the buttons on the steering wheel. You know, there's all sorts. And it's actually quite a nice steering wheel as well. It's not a bad looking steering wheel. And even the dashboard, you know, you've got a big sat nav which is sunk right into the dashboard. Obviously down here as well, you've got your parking sensors and your traction control as well. It's also got the folding mirrors, and here is your memory seats. That's where all your memory seats are. So you can see it's absolutely full to the brim of gadgets, and I think you'd struggle when I didn't compare it to the 3 Series. If you'd have to buy a very, very, very top spec 3 Series to get all this type of stuff in it. If you're a fan of the channel and you've watched it before, you know for a fact I always get under the bonnet and have a good look. And normally I just do this freehand and leave the camera running to see if I can find the latch, and I don't edit it. And I'm wishing I did this now. There we go, I found it. Shall I edit that? So just a little pointer. This doesn't have the gas struts on the bonnet, which is a very, very minor point. And you've got the old, which does look a bit old-fashioned to me. But anyway, forget that. So this is a Honda i-D-Tech, and it's a 2.2. This is around about 147 brake horsepower, which isn't a lot. I do admit that isn't a lot, but with it being a diesel engine, this produces around about 230 Newton meters of torque, which is mega really. It is quite a lot, and if you compare that torque figure to a petrol engine, this is very, very good. So forget the brake horsepower, it's the torque you want to be looking at on a diesel engine, and this gets you to 60 in around about 8 to 8.5 seconds. Top speed, I'm going to be guessing this off the top of my head, I reckon it's going to be about 130, 135 mile an hour. One thing about these, they're unbelievably reliable. I mean, like the 3 that my dad has had, he's had 1 petrol and 2 diesels. He's had a 8, 7 and a 6th generation one. He's never had a single problem with them. Apart from changing tyres, brakes and servicing them, I don't think he's ever had any problem whatsoever with these cars. And I think that speaks for itself, doesn't it, with Honda? So you are going to get a very, very reliable car. Driving this car, the torque is fantastic in 3rd gear. 3rd gear is its best gear on this car. 1st gear is basically just to get the thing moving, and then you quickly shift into 2nd. 2nd, again, there's not much in it, and once you bang it into 3rd gear, it really gets its legs and it starts moving quite well. So it's not a 60 time, could be a little bit better, I think, if the ratio in 1st and 2nd was a bit better, but these cars aren't really made for 0 to 60 either. But there you have it, there you have it. So we're going to take this car for a real quick spin. I've never done this before on the channel, where I've mounted the camera and took the car for a bit of a test drive. So bear with me with this. Let's give it a try and see what it turns out like. I won't be going far, I won't be going mad, just a quick whip round, just see what it drives like, and you know, show you the driving experience in it. Another thing as well I'll show you on this car that this has got, because the creature comforts do continue, it's got televisions mounted on the rear seats as well, so you know, you can see this car is real trick when it comes to what it's got in it. It's also got, if you can see there, you probably can't, can you, with the lights, but it's got the sub in the boot as well, so the sound system is pretty decent too. So while I get my little dashboard mount on, I'll do a bit of editing and all that. Hi Dad, how we doing? Right, we're going to do a couple of handbrake turns. We're going to wheel spill the head out of this thing, and I said I didn't know the top speed of it, but we'll soon find out, because I'm just about to see if I can top 140. Right, So as I said, first gear on this car, it's soon run out of revs, as it is a diesel. The only revs are 4,500 revs, but again, these cars aren't made for that, are they? Second gear again, you know, it's very punchy, but you soon run out of revs when this car gets into third gear, when it really starts moving. Really comfortable, really comfortable, and like I say, it's a nice place to sit. As soon as you get used to all the buttons, I think this car would, you know, you'd soon get used to it and you just become one with everything, and it'd all be second nature. But it handles real nice. Like I said, I did negative on the size of the wheels, but I do like a chunky tyre, especially for comfort. But yeah, it's a real nice place to be. It's a real nice place to sit, and you know, with all the bits and bobs, especially in this kind of weather. You know, I've got the heated seats, I've got the sat nav, I've got, you know, a real good stereo with a subwoofer in the back. You know, it's all there. It's all there. So what else would you be able to buy for sort of this kind of money that you could have all this? You know, if you want to buy a 3 Series, you'd be struggling to find this amount of kit in them. But driving it, it's actually really nice. I'm quite impressed with it, to be fair. So as I mentioned, first gear, that's done with into second, and you get that bunch of torque there kick in at like 2,000 revs. So yeah, it's enough to keep you entertained, put it that way. God knows how the dash mount has been, but it's worth trying it out, wasn't it? Might have to invest in a bit more technology for myself. It's also got reversing camera. As I'm driving this, I'm seeing more and more features on the car, and it's also got a reversing camera as well. So you know, there's not much that this car doesn't have. As I 3-point turn unbelievably incorrectly. I'm not checking my mirrors, but you know, we're not going to go too harsh on me on that right now, are we? But anyway, there we go. So, would I own one of these cars? I think the answers have to going to be yes. I think I would own one of these cars. At this time of year, with this weather in England, I think I'd be crazy to say no. With all the comforts and all the kit that's in it, I think you'd soon get used to it, and you'd soon be very happy driving this about. With the torque of that engine, and it's quite a quiet diesel engine. It's not a lumpy sort of tick over engine, so I think I could get quite used to owning this, especially for the money as well. So these cars start around about 2008, I think it is. And if you want to buy a sensible mileage one, you know, you're looking at maybe about 2,500 to 3,000. If you want something with high mileage on, just to get into the ownership of one of these, you know, you can pick one up for about £2,000. For a, you know, low mileage, you know, 2014 one, you are going to be looking at £6,000 or £7,000 with all the kit in. But like I say, compare that to a 3 Series or an Audi A4. I think this car would win, hands down, really. Apart from, you know, there's not much engine choice. So overall, yes, I think I would own one of these cars. Come summer, would I get a little bit bored and would I want something a little bit more retro? Yes, but that is just me. But for the question to be asked, would I own one of these cars? I think the answer is yes. So there you go, Dad. Hope you liked my mini review on the car. And you know the best thing about reviewing your dad's car? There's always hard-boiled sweets kicking around in one of the door bins, so I'll have one of them on the way home. So that just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. I've hoped you've enjoyed watching the video, and if you've got any pointers or any tips or anything like that, please do let me know. It's also all brand new to me. And also, if you've got any comments on the Honda Accord and what you think about the Honda Accord, definitely get them in that section below. So that just leaves me to say thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. And hopefully you'll see me in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Spotted Motors.